Uganda. Many animal names around the world are based on their physical appearance, and the shoebill is one of them. The name shoebill comes from its massive beak, which resembles a traditional wooden shoe. This bird inhabits regions of Uganda, with its natural habitat in swamps and wetlands. It can weigh up to 16 pounds, making it one of the largest swamp-dwelling birds in Africa. The most unusual and intimidating thing about the shoebill is its face. It has a look that feels almost prehistoric, like something from the age of dinosaurs, with an intense, piercing stare. It's no surprise that people in Uganda often see it as a living relic of the past. The shoebill is also an active predator in African wetlands, targeting relatively large prey such as baby crocodiles, snakes, and other animals that are themselves predators in the swamp. In a way, the shoebill acts like a judge of predators in African wetlands, though in reality, it is one of them. South Africa. At first glance, this animal looks like a kangaroo, but its ears resemble a rabbit's, and its snout looks like a pig's. Another strange mammal with a mix of 3 different animal traits in one body. People in Africa call it an aardvark, a word from Afrikaans that means earth pig. But after looking into it, this animal isn't actually related to pigs. Its long, extended snout is used to detect insects, almost like a vacuum cleaner sucking up dust. In a single night, an aardvark can consume around 30,000 to 50,000 ants and termites. That's like wiping out an entire colony in just one night. And that kangaroo-like body shape turns out to be useful for digging in search of food. With its powerful claws, an aardvark can dig through hard soil in minutes, faster than 3 adult humans digging together. Indonesia. Deep in the forests of Indonesia, on the island of Sulawesi, there exists an anomaly that seems almost impossible to explain logically. This animal can be called a pig, but it can also be seen as a deer. That's why locals call it the Babirusa. A member of the Sweetie family, it somehow breaks the rules of what a pig should look like. Just look at it. Pig tusks usually grow downward, but in this case, they curve upward toward its face. In some cases, they can even pierce and grow into its own skull. Local people often refer to them as horns, even though they are actually tusks. So while most pigs use their tusks for digging, the Babirusa uses them to attract females. Yes, for the females, the longer the tusks, the more attractive the male appears. That's just how nature works. One strange detail that stands out. While most pigs fight by charging, Babirusas fight by standing upright, almost like humans. And those tusks? They might be used to stab at an opponent's eyes. India. This is one of the strangest crocodilian species among the 26 species found worldwide. In India, it's called the Gharial, and that's the name it's known by. Unlike other crocodiles with broad, powerful snouts, the Gharial stands out with its long, narrow one. It looks unusual, almost exotic. In males, there's an extra feature at the tip of the snout, a bulb-like growth called a gara. This structure helps produce a loud buzzing sound during the mating season. So when it's time to mate, that bump basically works like a trumpet to attract a partner. Another fascinating and unusual detail is its teeth. A gharial can have around 100 to 110 teeth in that long snout, and with a single snap, it can catch and subdue its prey. But despite its intimidating appearance, the gharial doesn't hunt large animals. Its primary diet consists of fish. Ethiopia. While most monkeys spend their time in trees, Geladas live in the highlands of Ethiopia. Geladas are true herbivores, almost like cows. About 90% of their diet consists of grass, and they spend nearly half their lives just searching for and eating it. What makes this animal unusual isn't just its habitat, but also its physical feature, a bright red patch of skin on its chest that looks like a drop of blood. But that patch isn't just for show, it acts as a signal of the Gelada's condition. If the color is bright red, it indicates the animal is healthy, while a faded color suggests stress or illness. It also plays a role in attracting mates. Individuals with brighter coloration are often considered more biologically fit. So now, you might think twice about drawing a red heart on your chest just to impress your partner. Australia. What happens if you create a new animal with a duck-like bill, feet like an otter, reproduces by laying eggs, and the males have spurs like a rooster, but venomous? That's the platypus. a bizarre mammal native to Australia. There are only 5 egg-laying mammal species in the world today, and the platypus is one of them. This animal has often been treated as a joke by scientists because when it was first sent to Europe in the 18th century, many believed the bill was fake, like a duck's beak stitched onto its body. This anomaly lives almost entirely in freshwater and is one of the very few venomous mammals. And the strangest part, female platypuses produce milk, but they don't have nipples. So how do the babies drink it? Amazingly, the milk is secreted through pores in the mother's skin, and the young lap it up. Brazil. Let's take a closer look at this animal. Closer. And now, where's the strange part? Right, that red beak isn't something taped on. It's the result of millions of years of evolution, adapted to its habitat to slip between stems and aquatic plants in search of insects. So what's the real oddity? You know how characters in Naruto can walk on water? It feels like they took inspiration from this bird. Yes, the Jacana is often called the bird that walks on water. This nickname comes from the wattled jacana's ability to walk across lily pads and floating vegetation without sinking. But the real strangeness doesn't stop there. In jacana family systems, the female is the dominant one. And what happens? The males are left to guard the eggs until they hatch, while the female goes off with other males to reproduce again. And again. Females are generally larger than males, which is why they take the lead and continue seeking multiple partners to expand their offspring. Canada. According to the National Geographic Society, this animal is nicknamed the unicorn of the sea. And honestly, you'd probably say the same the first time you see it. This is the narwhal, a species of toothed whale that lives in the Arctic waters of Canada. That strange horn isn't actually a horn. It's a long upper left canine tooth that grows through the lip and extends outward. And it's not small. An adult narwhal can have a tusk that reaches about 2 to 3 meters in length, almost as tall as a basketball hoop. But the real oddity lies in the millions of nerve endings inside that tusk, directly connected to its central nervous system. With it, the narwhal can detect changes in temperature, pressure, and even the salinity of the water. I do wonder, would that tusk keep growing if a male narwhal kept lying to its partner?